Toulouse being a big addition for them. I'm gonna go Hull KR by 12.
I'm gonna go Hull KR by 16.
Good
I think both sides will be desperate, but because this is Hull KR's last throw of the dice for the playoffs, but I think Hull KR will have too much.
Yep, Friday 7:45 p.m. Huddersfield versus Hull FC. This is an interesting game. It'll tell us if it was, a Toulouse-inspired victory for Hull FC, or if they have turned a corner, if they have addressed some of their inner weaknesses, and if they have come up with a solution. I'm going to let you go first.
That's fine. It's really hard to call, particularly given the erratic nature of Hull's scores. I'm going to go Huddersfield by 4, but not with any great conviction, to be quite honest. And I reserve the right to completely change my mind by the time I get to Super Brew.
Fair enough. I stay true to the listeners and don't change my picks on my Super Brew. It is tough to call, very tough to call. I think Russell being out for Huddersfield has an impact, makes a difference, especially with the injuries they've already got in the back division. Do they have... I can only imagine what they're going to have to do is bump Price up into the halves, move Golding to full back, and bring in the other senior that they've recalled from Hull KR on the other wing. So I don't know that's... I think that weakens them. Does it weaken them enough to say that Hull FC will get the win? I think Hull need the win more. I'm going to go Hull. Yeah. Hull by 4.
Okay. Very good.
So again, no conviction. The televised game on Friday night, 8 p.m. on Sky. It's Wigan versus Warrington.
Easy this one, Mark. Wigan by 1 million.
Well, I called it absolutely perfectly on how the disciplinary would look at Brad O'Neill's appeal. He's been downgraded to a B, so he does miss this match. So Wigan do have no hooker in this match. They'll have to go with Joe Shorrocks at hooker and mix and match a bit to see how that goes on. I think that'll disrupt things a bit. Warrington, if Dufty doesn't play, if he is actually injured, then you expect Williams will be back from his migraines that kept him out of the weekend. He'll want a big game against Wigan. At his first time back at the DW, I think. But that said, you go with a better team, don't you, in these situations? So I'm going to go Wigan by 12.
Wigan by 1 million. I'm going by.
Okay.
More points than Warrington can count.
Then Sunday, we move to Sunday. The Channel 4 action's back for us. 1 p.m. kickoff for this one. St Helens versus Castleford. Two sides that maybe are going to throw the tape in the bin from last week, but certainly want a bounce back from last week. Both sides will talk about their injuries. It'll be a big feature. Both sides' supporter bases will be moaning on Twitter that the commentators are talking about the injuries that the other side has. We know that will be a consistent thread all weekend. But if we just sort of start from scratch and say it's two patched up sides, you're still going to lean with the side that's got Alex Walmsley in it, aren't you? So I'm going to go St Helens by 14.
Yeah,
no, less than that because you don't attack very well anymore. Saints by 8.
Yeah, I'm first of all, I'm gutted this has been. I love Channel 4's coverage, but I'm gutted this has been moved to the Sunday because had it been on the Friday night, I'd have been able to watch it before I go up to the Edinburgh Fringe. As it is, I will be by 1 p.m. on Sunday. I'll be in a comedy show somewhere up in Edinburgh. So I'm gonna miss the game.
Better than the comedy show that Saints will be performing.
Yeah. We can't afford to go on a losing run. We really do have to bounce back, in my view, and steady the ship after last week's shambles. Wolf will be absolutely furious with that performance. Not losing, particularly against a side who played as well as Salford, but the effort that went into last week just wasn't acceptable, notwithstanding the injuries that we've got across the back line. I think because of that, Saints will win. I think it will be Saints by 10.
Okie dokes. 3 p.m. on Sunday, Leeds versus Salford. Oh, you would have loved to have seen this game on telly. Fucking why is Wigan Warrington on when this could have been on?
This would have been a great game to see.
Two informed sides, two sides that are playing well. A Leeds side that's getting people back in key positions as well, so they've now got a more recognisable spine out there. But a Salford team that are flying high, and even though they've got lots of injuries at Salford, especially in the pack, I think there's an element of competition for places creeping in at Salford.
Yeah.
But also, I just think they've got something good going right now, and so I'm gonna go with Salford beating Leeds. I'm gonna go Salford by 10.
Okay. I mean, it's going to be a massive game, this. Absolutely huge. I mean, they'll know before kick-off what's happened to Hull and what's happened to Castleford. Let's imagine that both Hull and Castleford have lost for the moment. Leeds and Salford are going to be desperate for the win in this game.
Or a draw, sees them both be in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's just massive, massive, massive game. A game not to miss if you're a Leeds or Salford.
No, it doesn't see them both being, does it? Sorry, I forget to scratch that. But Castleford are still 2 points clear.
Yeah, but it's gonna. I mean, it really will start to get close. Notwithstanding how brilliant Salford were last week, I'm gonna go just with home advantage, and I'm gonna say Leeds to win by 4.
Okie dokes. And then the final game, where the tension's more at the bottom of the table in it, I suppose. Wakefield hosting Catalans. Sunday 3 p.m. for this one. I feel like Catalans don't like going to Wakefield. I don't know why I feel like that, but I feel like they don't. Can Wakefield deliver what they delivered last week again? They have to be absolutely bang on from minute one. They have to win the first half comprehensively, and I think Catalans will want a reaction from last week.
They will. McNamara's going to be absolutely battering them this week, I would have thought.
We don't really know what's going on with Catalans a bit with their form over the last month. Julian Busquets being out, Ben Garcia being out, they're big factors, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And they're obviously still out. Well, I don't know about Garcia, what he's going to do, or he's going to get back yet, but Busquets out for the year.
Is what's his name? The thug from Australia back who's had 2 massive bans after games against Saints. What do we call him?
Oh, yeah.
He might be back this week, I think.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of his name. Ginger.
Yeah. Him.
Big. Plays for Cook Islands, I think, doesn't he? Or something like that.
He just only tackles with his shoulder.
Yeah.
He might be back this week. And what's happened to, what's his face? The ex-Castleford second rower?
McMeekan.
Yeah,
he broke his hand again, didn't he?
Yeah, Dylan Napper.
That's it,
isn't it? So I think he might be back this week. I don't know whether McMeekan's going to be available. I know he's hurt his hand, but surely.
Yeah, they need to.
They've got to stop the rot somewhere, haven't they?
They have. They have had a lot of. They have had quite a few injuries and changes and stuff.
They've had a lot of injuries and suspensions.
Do you know what? I'll stick to my philosophy of the better side, because so far, other than the Huddersfield LFC game, I don't know what I've done there, but every other game I've gone with a side higher up in the table. I'll do that here. I'll go with Catalans. I'll go with Catalans by 6.
Okay. Wakefield will know the Toulouse results. We're all expecting, I think, Hull KR to get over the line there. This is Wakefield's chance to just make themselves safe. If Catalan get Napa back, if they get McMeekin back in the side, the pack starts to look a bit stronger. Maybe that'll help them. But I've just got a feeling Wakefield might be able to string 2 good games together and pull themselves clear of relegation worries. So I'm going to go Wakefield by 4.
Good stuff. Okay. A few differences for us there, so will be good to see how that pans out. I mean, who's got any clue after this season?
I certainly don't.
It has made it fun, hasn't it? That there's these surprise results.
Absolutely, it's wild.
Yeah. Right. Women's Super League game of the week: Leeds versus St Helens Sunday at 12:30. That's surely going to be a cracker. I think that's going to be played at Headingley before the Leeds Salford game. So if you were planning on heading to that game anyway, get down early. Watch 2 of the best sides in our women's competition go head to head. If you needed convincing, if you're on the fence about it, there you go. 2 for the price of 1. And it should be 2 crackers. Championship game of the week is the television game, Sunday 6:30 p.m. on Premier Sports. Halifax versus Batley. That's one of those battles in those playoff spots to see who finishes where. It does feel like the top 6 is nailed on, but the places from certainly 4 to 6 and who gets that first week playoff home game haven't been decided yet, so that will go some way to deciding that. Then in League One game of the week, the R-League game is Cornwall versus North Wales, Sunday 3 p.m. I don't know if that'll end North Wales' clean sweep of all of the did some sort of like Celtic Cup type thing, didn't they, between the Welsh and Cornwall sides this year?
Oh, did they?
And North Wales obviously have absolutely creamed that. The game of the week is Swinton versus Keighley, Sunday 3 p.m. 3rd versus 1st. And I think, has it been announced today that Keighley have extended the coach's contract? I think I feel like I saw something that said that. So let's see if it's actually reported on anywhere. Reece Lovegrove, isn't it? Who's the coach at Keighley this year? It's not on there. It is on. Reece Lovegrove extends stay as Keighley head coach until the end of 2024. So there you go.
There you go. You've got a good memory. It's not gone yet.
Nope. So make sure you get your fan views in on those games. Any other games that you're at, that you follow along on the radio, that you care about the result of, that you want to twist the knife on anyone for, or that you've played in yourself or your kids or anyone have played in, put them on the Google form as well. Make sure we have a wide breadth of views to talk about. And again, if you're a Salford fan, get in touch. Cool. Okay. That's our predictions done. We're now just going to move into the wrap up. All right, let's wrap it up. 350-second time. I asked you to do a quiz for me this week. I think you've got a chance to get me back for I think tripping you up a bit in recent quizzes.
I thought yours was a fair quiz. It just exposed my lack of knowledge, Mark. So this week, 1st of August, as a regular user of Twitter, the 1st of August is always a painful day for me because it's Yorkshire Day. I loathe Yorkshire Day. I've tried to block it. I've tried to block the words Yorkshire on my Twitter feed. It always seems to sneak in under the wires. So it's Yorkshire Day on the 1st of August. So I thought this week we'd do a Yorkshire-Lancashire Rugby League game quiz.
Okay.
So I've got 3 questions on Yorkshire versus Lancashire. Question 1. What year was the very first War of the Roses game?